Welcome back to Back Talk Entertainment. We have the creator of Beantown Toys, Tom Hayes, in the studio. Check out this video from Beantown Toys.
Oh, cool. Oh, good. You got this other one.
I had immediately the vision. I saw him as a storybook character. I saw him as an animated character. I saw him as a toy. And the idea just took on an energy all of its own.
What parents need to know about the Bean and his friends is that we are all about wholesome content and fantastic fun. Pure and simple.
What I love about them is that they come in all different characters and you can build lots of different things with them. And it really fosters creativity, which as a mother is really important to me.
You've never met a bean who'll make you feel the way that we do. We're all right. We have a dream about a new kind of bean. It's coming true now. It's out of sight. So feed my phone. Look out, world, 'cause here we come. There's nothing that a bean can't do, so get ready. So get ready. You know we're coming to a store near you, so get ready. So get ready, 'cause here we come. Get ready, 'cause here we come.
It's just wonderful. It's a wholesome line. The kids have a lot of play value in it. I really think it's going to go somewhere. I think they're going to come back and buy more and more pieces. I think it's something that the kids will build on at home. I think they're buying this because of the collectability, because of the attractiveness of the item, and of the price. The price is right. Comparing the Beans to other systems, it has the ability to integrate different pieces. The kids are building and creating essentially new toys out of the parts that they had. The creativity that the kids exhibited by putting all the parts together was wonderful. Like Lego, they were using their imagination. It was fun to watch.
I decided to use the Frankenstein bean because I like Frankenstein. He's one of my favorite classic horror monsters. And I made this because it's supposed to be a helping robot, like Frankenstein was supposed to be a helping monster. So I put the body on, the arms and the fists and the legs. And then I decided instead of using feet, use wheels. That way if he needs to get somewhere fast, he can get there faster.
You wanna be part of the next big thing, we're coming through now. It's alright. The Beans have the means to build anything, it's up to you now. They're out of sight. The kids collect us, we're fresh and new. We're going global and digital too. There's nothing that a bean can't do, so get ready. So get ready. The beans are gonna make your dreams come true, so get ready. So get ready, 'cause here we come. We're on our way. 'Cause here we come.
It's the first toy that really combines the collectability of a Beanie Baby, the buildability of a Lego, and the online presence of a Webkins. And it's all wrapped up into one, and there's consistency in how we're going to be rendering those characters in any media.
Well, I'm the person who brought Thomas the Tank Engine to the United States, and I think the Beans could be just as big as Thomas. Our plans for the Beans involve a book line, a website, animation, webisodes, and eventually, I'm sure, a television series.
So if you are ready to make new friends and have some fun now, we're all right. Music and books and TV too, it's all to come now. It's out of sight. We're different from any other toy you knew. You're gonna love us and we love you. We've got a lot of beans and you can choose, so get ready. So get ready. The beans are coming, gotta spread the news, so get ready. So get ready, 'cause here we come.
What would I tell other retailers? Oh, bring it in. It's selling. It's pretty easy. Just bring it in. It sells.
It's love. I mean, he's really about love. People tell us over and over again, we love the Bean.
'Cause here we come. Get ready, 'cause here we come. Get ready.
Okay. So, hi, Tom. How's
Hi,
it going?
Char. How are you?
Sorry, there's a bit of a
Great.
hesitation.
Yeah.
So, these are, what are they called? Beantown
Yes,
Toys?
first of all, the Beans first of all, the Beans started, I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've been hanging around the Boston comedy scenes with guys like, like Dane Cook. And,
Oh, really?
Dennis Leary and Lenny Clark and Stephen Wright. And so I got to, obviously I'm an entertainer. I know what makes people get entertained, and I also know what's called the it factor. I don't know
Right.
if you...
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
we understand that.
Like Dane's got the it factor. All right.
Dane's
so
hilarious.
Yeah, then, well, okay. So when we created the idea, the Bean I was just kind of put on the internet, kind of like a Seth MacFarlane, Family Guy kind of an idea, but we decided to use all vegetables. And I had a very creative animator who said, gee, he says, I thought of the Boston bean as a character. And all the years that Boston's been Beantown, there's never been a bean. So immediately I saw the potential for not only a character, but also merchandise. And one of the things that hit me is we could do a toy. Now, probably a lot of people your age know about Kid Robot. Do you know a Kid Robot? And
I've heard of it.
all right,
Yeah.
and it's a very collectible toy.
Uh-huh.
So we decided the first thing we're going to do is do a collectible on the Bean, but we decided to do 200 different characters, and that's how many we have right now.
Different personalities, right?
Exactly, and so we've got everything here. Here we have an eagle, and we decided, well, if you have a bean, you have to have a vehicle that the bean will ride around on. So what else would a bean ride around on but a spoon? So we decided to make, and the spoon, if you look, the spoon is a character as well. And so the beautiful part is we decided not only make it a spoon and a play toy, but we wanted to make a construction toy. So this was the first part of the construction part, was the spoon that you could take apart. The second part, which we don't have here right now, but you saw on the video, is a bean bot, which is a little heads and arms and legs in which you can put a bean on. But all those pieces come apart, and a whole world of infinite possibilities open up, like a Lego.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So that's the bare bones of what we've done here.
I heard it was like a Beanie Baby, Webkins, and Lego combination, and I thought that's so cool.
Kind of, yeah, because what we're doing right now, one of the people you saw in the video is a gentleman by the name of Rick Sigelco. Rick made Thomas the Train famous.
Yeah,
He
really?
was the guy that took
Video.
Thomas the Train from the British broadcasting system and brought it here. And he hired Ringo Starr, and he hired George Carlin to be the voices, and he designed all the sets. And it became, as Thomas is, a company
Very
that's
big,
very
successful.
So he sees the same possibilities with the Beans. In fact, he thinks he has more to work with the Beans because he has more characters, and they're more expressive than what he had with Thomas.
Well, before our interview, we were researching the beans, and we were immediately hooked. We were all playing the games on the website, you know, signing up for
all right.
everything. we were
They
so
are
obsessed
so cute.
that you came.
Thank you.
We were all saying, I hope he brings toys.
We have them here. I wish I had brought the robots, but we'll send those over. But yeah, we're at the phase now where, because we have people who are strong in the media part, we're going to do a very sophisticated website, like you mentioned, like Webkins, and everybody knows the success of that.
Right.
But our motto is use your bean, trust your heart, build your character. So there's no violence. We want everything to be positive. We want people to solve their problems through problem-solving skills and using their creativity rather than reacting and getting emotional.
So in a way, this, I know this is basically a company and, you know, it's merchandise and everything, but it's helping children, like it's giving back to a community in a way. Am I right?
Well, let me tell you a little how, at the age of 13, which is what you guys are,
Yeah.
I had a life-altering experience, which I think to many people would be tragic, but in the long run it turned out to be a miracle. I had cancer, and the type of cancer I had, only 5% survived, and they had no chemotherapy. Even today, the people who got the type of cancer I had was called osteosarcoma. Only 50% survived, so I was one of the 5% that made it, and longer than probably anybody else at this point. And so what I found out was people told me that because I lost my leg in those days, one of my first challenges was I had just given a brand new bicycle that doctors told me it would be impossible for me to ride the bicycle because they had never seen anyone who had lost their leg ride a bicycle. So I proved them wrong. So my legacy, I like to tell people, I like to make people laugh, I like to entertain people, but most importantly I want to give people the inspiration to know that there's no such thing as impossible.